All right, so today we have one of our newest students in the AUM training program, Scott. Scott, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I live here in Colorado Springs. I've been in the ministry for, it'll be 26 years next month, tomorrow. Um, Traveled around the world as an evangelist, my family and I doing missionary work around the States, Europe, and Africa. And then the last 7 years, we work exclusively in Uganda. So we built a school and a church and support widows and abandoned women and their kids. And so I got involved with life insurance a few months ago to try to, develop a retirement income and, support my family and I.
Gotcha, gotcha. And so, why was that important? What was the whole motivation behind the supporting the family? Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, basically, with our ministry, we live off of donations, and so with COVID, we've expanded the work in Uganda, feeding people and taking care of needs. So our personal support has been a little lower, and so have no retirement coming ahead. And so it was more of, okay, how can I continue to do what I'm doing in the ministry, but still work from home, doing telesales in this case? How can I create an income um, without driving around, chasing people or doing things I don't want to do? So it was more of a, really a thought process during this year and trying to find the best fit that, would fit our circumstance.
Got it, got it. Yeah, so let's take a little bit of a dive into that. What
Sure.
uh what sort of things were you doing before you joined the AUM training program to get appointments and new clients?
Yeah, I'm doing telesales with basically final expense, life insurance, some other term, but buying leads. Going through a couple different lead vendors that were recommended, that were either telemarketed leads or Facebook leads, and then getting a set of those as they come in or each week, and getting on the phone and trying to get a hold of people and trying to help them and make a sale. So.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, I mean, what were some of the challenges that were of that? Like, what kind of, what things were going on with you that you were kind of facing?
The main challenge is getting a hold of people. Once I got a hold of someone, if they were truly interested, which not all of them were, of course, but then I could help them. So it was really kind of the aspect of chasing, or you get a 30 leads that week or whatever, and you can get a hold of maybe 5 or 10 to even have a conversation or even to get hung up on. And so I got kind of tired of the tire kickers or the rudeness, and it's like, there's got to be a different way or a better way to manage my time, um, and try to be not, I felt like a telemarketer, and I don't like that. So yeah.
Got it, got it. And so, you said you had you wanted to make better use of your time. How much time were you
Yeah.
spending, calling those leads and prospecting?
I was spending probably most of the day. I tried to reschedule my time, to try to be more full time, but 9 to 5 ish during the day. I didn't want to work nights or weekends, even with telesales. So probably 6, 7 hours a day. Trying to call different times of the day, the same people, um, and so it was an all day process, really.
Got it. Yeah. And so, how did you even come across me or find me in any way?
You know, I, I I was probably watching some videos on YouTube and came across yourself and Earl, and just started watching some of what you were sharing and some of the agents that you were interviewing that were having success with what you're doing. Seem to enjoy actually helping people with insurance, and it seemed to. I mean, I don't remember the names. A couple of the guys just seemed to be happy with what they were doing, and not a grind, because I mean, one recruiter I talked to last fall, he said, "Well, it's just a grind every day. You got to grind. You got to, make the 50 dials or whatever it is." And it's just like, I really don't want to live my life like that. So I just really started watching some of your guys' stuff, and it seemed to make sense to at least check into and find out more of how to take advantage of the technology that's out there. So
Awesome, awesome. And so, would you mind just kind of sharing a little bit of what your experience has been so far? I know you posted something in the group, but if you wouldn't mind just kind of sharing a little bit of, I know it's only been a short period of time, but just
yeah,
sharing what kind of results you've gotten so far.
sure. It's been a week since we got everything up and running on the ads going. So I the first week, and this is like 7 days. It like 30 leads came in, um, which is pretty amazing over Christmas, to have that many people interested. Out of that, seven of them booked their own discovery call. A short 15-minute call, and then I think I got a hold of six other of the leads and talked to them, got their information, and then scheduled a follow-up call to give them their solution. And so a lot of people, I didn't get a hold of, but it didn't matter because basically Monday through today, I've had a full calendar, whether I scheduled people after talking with them or they scheduled themselves. Um, so it's been pretty amazing, pretty busy actually, too, the last few days. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, yeah. And so, would you mind just kind of speaking to the type of individuals that you're speaking with, in contrast to what you're usually accustomed to when you got to kind of cold call people? How are the people,
Yeah.
that you're speaking to now?
Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, I've gotten one or two people that were rude, and so that's to be expected. That's no big deal. Everyone else has been very interested in hearing about life insurance. They were actually wanting the information. The ones I've had, communications with or other appointments, they're looking for me to solve their problem for them. And so it's been a shift, a kind of a level up as far as the quality of people to talk to. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And so, yeah, that level up. Can you can you kind of
Yeah.
talk through that one moment where that first booked appointment kind of came in where you didn't do anything, and it just like you get a notification that somebody booked a life insurance appointment
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was like Christmas Eve, so I wasn't working. I hadn't planned on it, but all of a sudden my phone dinged and someone booked an appointment for Monday. And it's
Hmm.
like, well, this might work, at least even just to get the scheduling. And so, yeah, it's been pretty amazing to actually see the process and see things working, in a short time. Um,
Awesome, awesome.
yeah,
Well, we definitely want to highlight our students, and we're always just thinking ahead, right? So, what would you
yeah,
say to obviously this is New Year's Eve, right? To that agent that's been
right,
grinding all year and kind of struggling through it, and just kind of chugging along and thinking about maybe going to do something else and really hadn't found their stride yet, and
yeah.
they've been told that there's only one way to kind of do it. What would you say to those people if they were kind of watching this video and thinking about trying something out like this?
Yeah, I'd recommend talking to you, getting the information. Seems to be a better way. I mean, I have a small sample size, but you certainly have other agents that are in the group that I've seen post their results or seen the interviews. Um, and so, yeah, I tell them to reach out to you, find out what's going on, and I think it can definitely up everyone's business, to stay in. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Scott, for hopping on. This is
Yeah,
definitely just the beginning, right? Going into
yeah,
2021. I know you're excited about that, right?
yeah. I definitely am, and it gives us hope. My wife and I were, it's been a busy week and got some results, and it's like, oh, there is a hope of that you can do this and more have a consultant type attitude or relationship with people. And so, yeah, I'm looking for the next phases to put in place, and looking forward to the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for
and
all you're doing, man.
my pleasure. Yeah, and just
Yeah,
to you just mentioned something that was kind of important, so I just want to kind of back up a little bit. It
sure.
does position you in a different light, right?
It does. And even my mindset too, like the leads that have come in that did not book their own appointment, I've called them. And if they weren't there, I left a message. I sent them a text with my calendar link, sent them an email with the calendar link. And then I put them in the pile because and I'm really not concerned whether I get a hold of them or not, or if I make that effort, because they have my information. I got people to talk to, and so it just ups your mental attitude even, and just changes the whole aspect of what I've been doing before. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
expert positioning is a game changer where you have clients coming
Yeah.
to you. It's a different conversation over the phone where you're not really spending time trying to convince somebody that they need something
Mhm.
when they
Yeah,
know they've come to you, and that's a great positioning. So,
it
yeah,
is.
again, Scott, I'm excited for you. Looking forward to
Thanks.
everything going on in 2021, and thank you
Yeah.
for hopping on for just a few minutes to kind of share your story and inspire some young and up and coming agents that are looking to have some success in this business. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's my pleasure. I appreciate it and look forward to continuing to work with you. So,
Awesome. Take care.
all right. All right. You too.
Bye bye.